Meantime, we're getting a look at the messages that triggered that FBI investigation into Hillary Clinton's personal email. Investigators are now trying to determine whether Clinton's private server contained classified government material while she was Secretary of State. NBC's Justice correspondent Pete Williams is with me this morning. Pete, what do we know this morning?
Out since spring. They were released. They were some of the original emails that were released during the release of emails pertaining to Benghazi. What we now know, based on some reporting initially by Fox News, confirmed by sources familiar with the investigation, that two of the emails raised some eyebrows in the intelligence community, led to a further look at other emails, which in turn triggered the FBI's investigation into the classification issue. Now, the Clinton campaign says, though, that the narrowing in on these two make its point. And here's what they say. First of all, both these emails were forwarding things to Secretary Clinton in her private server that were already in the unclassified State Department state.gov email system. They were not created in a classified system, in other words, lifted out and put in an unclassified system. They were born in an unclassified system. One is actually marked sensitive but unclassified. The other had some redactions in it when it was released publicly, but the Clinton campaign points out that these were redactions made after the email was sent to Secretary Clinton, but before it was made public. And they say this points out a second thing, which is this continuing disagreement between some people at State and some people in the intelligence community about the classification of whether it's over-classified, whether the intelligence community tends to be too broad in its classification. And they also say that the emails were originated by career State Department Foreign Service officers, and they were intended to keep her informed about current issues. So that's their view. They say that these release of these emails, or the narrowing in on these emails, make their point that there was nothing that was marked classified or that was that anybody knew was classified when it was sent to her. People who are perhaps on the other side here say, well, there was information that before these emails were forwarded to an outside email should have raised some eyebrows, things about military intelligence, about the movement of Gaddafi's forces and that kind of thing, that should have perhaps raised some concern about putting them into an even further unclassified system.
Yeah, Pete, and the fact that they were from a state.gov to an outside server is something that they've been mentioning as well. Hey, Pete, thanks for being with me. Appreciate it.
Okay.